What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we have what you've all been waiting for. Today we have not one, but two Generation 6 Glocks. We heard your feedback and we went out and picked some up for ourselves because I would like to see how good they are. Now, as you guys know, if you watch the channel, I'm not exactly on Glock's nice list, so I didn't even bother asking them. We picked these up ourselves with a patron dollar, so I appreciate that. Today we're gonna go out there and we're gonna shoot a bunch of rounds through each of these, and we're gonna give you a good idea of how we feel about the brand new variation of Glock. For the first time ever, they have changed actually a good bit of things. I would say this is probably the largest departure from the standard Glock Generation 1 that we may have ever had, except for maybe the Generation 4 where they introduced, well, a lot of the features we have now. The Glock 17 Gen 6 is a 4.5-inch barreled striker-fired polymer frame pistol with a 17-round magazine capacity, and it does come with 3 mags. However, again, they did change a lot. They went with a moderately flat-faced trigger bow, which is an interesting choice. We actually have gas pedals right from the factory, which is one of my personal favorite additions that they did. We have a new optics mounting system. Gone is the MOS system, and we have a new system which we'll have to test and try out over time. I was pretty impressed with the COA system from Aimpoint, but this is not going to be that, so we'll have to do our own drop test on that later. Same old white plastic sights. These days it's less of a problem because most people run an optic, but again, a huge departure is going to be to the grip. Now, the grip angle is the same, so if you wanted American grip angle, you can still get an M&P. However, if you like the Glock, you just wanted more texture finally, they actually did that. They gave you a brand new version of the RTF2, which the Generation 2 had. But don't worry about it. It's brand new still. I'm just kidding. But the RTF2 was sick. I have a Larry Vickers RTF2 Generation 3, and it feels a lot like this, although this actually does look a little bit better. Now, the biggest departure on the grip besides the texture is going to be actually the palm swell. They actually made it more of a rounded grip instead of flat. That way it fills your hand a little bit better, and it feels more comfortable. We'll see how that goes, because sometimes the more round a grip is, the more likely the gun is actually to turn in your hand. Sometimes the more flat the sides are, it might be a little bit less comfortable. However, it's less likely to twist and turn under recoil. So we'll see if that changes at all, because one of the things that I used to love about the Glock, the older Glocks, is that they were extremely soft shooting. Now, even though they changed the flat face trigger, it still has a very heavy trigger, very reminiscent of the old Glocks. This one kind of feels like a New York edition, but we'll see how that goes. But I have to admit, I am fairly excited that they tried a whole bunch of new stuff, also introducing obviously all the same stuff from the Generation V, making it unable to accept switches for like 2 days. Before we get into the video, I do want to mention my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. All the ammunition and the guns in the video today was all sponsored by you. We really want to appreciate you and want to thank you for allowing us to make the unbiased content that we have for the last 10 years. If you want to support us, all you have to do is go to the link in the description below and sign up. Also in that description is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's the YSS. Those kids could really use your help, so please go down there and donate to those kids. And finally, thanks to the sponsor of this video, TacPack.
You probably already know that Chris and I absolutely love TacPack. We used to think it was such a gimmick, but every month when our TacPack arrives, there's always something new and interesting to try, and oftentimes Chris and I find a cool gadget that we didn't even know that we needed. Make sure you use code HONESTOUTLAW for a free $60 tactical gift. As always, thank you to TacPack for helping us bring you free content.
Groups though, it's accurate. I expected it to be. Glocks are accurate before, so I expected it to be real accurate. Tight groups, they're all touching so far. Oh, there we go. See that A zone?
Yeah.
For 50 yards. didn't fall.
That hit me right in the face too.
Oh, did it? The shell?
The shell. You're to the left.
I hit it again, it didn't fall. Popper accurate at 50 though, that's good for a stock Glock. We're at about 70 yards now, we'll see how the Glock does from here. Pretty good. Move back.
I have like malfunction PTSD. I'm just like waiting for it to malfunction.
Yeah, you know what I honestly think? I mean, in all fairness, my opinion of the Glock Gen V is extremely low. And I feel like that was sort of an intermediary to try to sell some guns. And they already had this ready to go. They can't make a gun in a month. Like the difference between the Gen V and this coming out was 1 month. I think they already knew this was gonna be good. They already had this tested. And with the Generation V, they're like, fuck, we don't wanna get sued. Throw a bunch of old parts together. I think that's why they didn't have optics mounts and stuff. I really do feel like they were just parts they found. And they just put them together, and here we are. Because this is a significantly superior gun than that. So if you were conned into buying the Glock Gen V like me, I'm sorry, but should have waited for this, I guess. Or you should have bought an M&P. I mean, as far as Glocks go, the trigger sucks still. It's just heavy. The upside to that though is that you do get used to it as you shoot, and eventually it becomes almost a non-issue unless you're trying to shoot really fast. If you want to shoot slow, even with a heavy trigger, you can take up a lot of that pre-travel, and you can really find that wall after a mag or two, and you can send them down range. I do really like the gas pedals, I will admit. I like that a lot. The grip feels good. It feels good in my hand. It feels like an RTF a little bit, but I do like the palm swell, although I do miss the back straps a little bit, although this has the integrated beaver tail, which is nice. You're not gonna get any slide bite. I actually have such big hands that I used to prefer the back straps, so they would give me a little more trigger reach, but I'm getting used to this. We have our standard capacity concealed carry mag now, and we're at about 85, almost 90. See how that goes. Oops, wind blew me off. Every once in a while I get 20-11 finger where I'm like, shit, I have to pull a trigger. Oops. Shooting too fast. See that one right there? That's a little over 100 yards, that cross shot. We'll try that one.
You were to the right. I'd
slow down a little bit there, Pepe. You're which one? So which one are you shooting at?
A zone one, closest to the tree. Not the little one, but the bigger one.
Okay, so you're going a little right. That last one was wide right, which I was going a little right too, so it might be the 0. There you go.
got it.
That was.
All right, now we got the 19, eh?
Yeah, the brand new little 19 as well. We got these for around $700 each. I paid a little extra because I was trying to get them early. I think the MSRP is around $620. Well, I kind of hate that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the grip circumference, even though it's like wider, it feels a little bit smaller on this for some reason. Feels like I have a little bit harder time getting my grip on this, to be honest.
Maybe Bubba and I need to try it.
Maybe.
Man, I am.
You look like you're to the left. That's to the... You're low.
You're low.
Oh, that's... Are we going for that?
Definitely not. I don't know what's, I seem to be, man, I'm telling you, that true brake trigger is really, I feel like it's fucked up my whole thing. It's just called a true brake trigger, and it's set up like as a Glock, but like you pull it straight back and it'll lock up if you don't pull straight back. There's like 3 different settings for it, but I use it like all the time. Like when I drive an hour here and I'm using it like the whole time, and I think it's just completely fucked up my trigger finger.
Oh no!
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I personally prefer the Mantis. Have you ever tried the Mantis, like with the gun? That actually feels like a real Glock.
No, we used it a little bit. I think I'm going to see if I can borrow that from you.
All right, now let's use it for what it actually is designed for. It's Glock.
Moving so fast. This is my first time shooting this year, so we will see how it goes. Oh, not good. Man. Calm it down, girl. Spoiled by red dots. I don't feel any difference, but I am not a Glock aficionado.
Can I say something so far?
That I'm slapping
I've
the
shot
trigger?
about 200 rounds for these right now, but maybe 250. You got about 100, you got about 30. 25, something like that. Every single time we've shot, since we shoot Canics and M&Ps a lot, and we shoot like BDPs and stuff like that that have nice, clean, crisp triggers, we shoot a lot of 2011 CZs.
Whoa.
When we go to stuff like this, every shot you miss was directly low. Every one, and that's trigger, right?
Well, I know
that's
it's
trigger and grip.
Oh,
every
I know.
one you shot was low and right, and every one that I missed was low and left.
Well,
So
yeah,
the
we're
guns
slapping
are
the
super
trigger.
accurate, but it is difficult to go from something like PDP that has a 4.5 pound crisp trigger. Like these are advertised at 5.5 pounds. There's no fucking way. I'll measure them when I get inside. That Glock 17 over there, it shoots really, really well. But that, for me, that trigger transitioning between guns is always a problem.
Yup.
Now, if this is your only gun, I don't think that would matter.
Correct.
Personally.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that would apply to you.
All right. Maybe I need to move closer. Try to go a little slower. Focus a little more.
Can you try something for me?
My other grip.
Oh, you can't. She can't even reach the gas pedal.
I know I can't.
I didn't realize that.
My hands are like so tiny. How did I do my old trigger? Or my old grip like this, I think?
Nice. Well, that pissed you off.
Teach you about my left hand.
Yeah, no shit. That pissed you off.
My dumb grip worked.
The fact that I'm missing them and I'm so close just makes me angry.
Like I mentioned before, this is what happened during the Gen V too, if you remember. That's what I was trying to explain about the triggers being so heavy, because most of the time these days when we're shooting handguns, the triggers are below 5 pounds. Like,
Okay.
because if you were shooting 10 years ago, all the triggers would be like this. But now the M&P Gen 2 has the 2.0 trigger. We shoot the PDP, the Canic, the VP9, like every trigger. Even that T-Sauce had a better trigger than that.
Okay.
So sometimes going that to going back is just a little rough transfer, you know? Like I don't think it's anything really you're doing wrong. as much as just used to lighter triggers.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
because like if I gave you a VP9, that wouldn't be happening.
Well, I gotta tell you, like even like compared to like the other Glocks I've shot, I really actually like the grip on this a lot more. I feel like it feels a lot better in my hand.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would agree with that. And not only that, but it also has the beaver tail on the back of it, which is more comfortable, I will admit. You can get a good squeeze on it. My only issue is with bigger hands, especially because I don't have any back straps on it right now. My hand, because it's a little more round, does like to twist a little into my left hand, but because they have the gas pedal on it, I can push with my thumb off it, which she can't do because she can't reach it, but you can. Have you tried to give it a little input on the right?
I have not yet.
Give that a go.
Wait. Okay. Oh, I missed the whole thing the whole time.
Yeah, it just takes a little practice to learn how to shoot each individual gun. And on top of that, the Glock grip angle is also a little iffy. Well, the gun looks flatter.
Yeah.
No, for sure. It
You
definitely
definitely-
helped out a lot. Like pushing on that, I guess I didn't even notice that. I know you talked about it earlier, and I was like, what gas pedal? And then
there's an argument for and against because sometimes guns don't have them, so you don't want to build into your shooting like grip that you can use it all the time. But if it's got it and it's moving a little, why not use it, right?
Right.
You know,
for sure. No, that's cool though. And I mean, the addition almost does nothing. They just
guys have been doing that forever because Glock used to have a lot of material right here, and then guys like me would take a Dremel and we'd cut a little ramp in that so you can put your thumb on it, because you can get thumb ramps for 2011 CZs and stuff, but now they come with it, which is nice because that obviously looks a lot better than my shitty ones. Now that's a legit failure.
Federal.
It's a failure to extract.
Oh boy.
So we got to clear that, pull the magazine out, and the round just fell out.
Okay.
Well, that went pretty much as I expected. It went as good as it could have gone, I think, to be honest with you. I have sort of fallen out of love with Glock over the last year, partly because of the shitty Gen 5 Glock 19 that I got that had consistent malfunctions, partly because of the Glock Gen V, which is one of the worst and stupidest guns that I've ever seen come out on the market today. And then Glock somehow came right back like an abusive relationship. They gave me something that I sort of like and sort of want to come back to. I actually do like the gun. I will be honest with you. It shot pretty smooth. I was pretty happy with it. The controls and the features on it feel pretty good. I don't know if I like the new grip as much as I thought initially. I like the texture a lot. I'm really happy with the texture. I'm not sure I like the more broomstick feel to it. I'll have to try putting on some of the back straps because, to be honest with you, normally I try it with back straps. I do really like the beaver tail. That feels really, really good. It feels like you can get a little higher on the gun, and I really like the gas pedals. The gas pedals feel great. What's interesting to me about the new Glock is that it is essentially an amalgamation of parts that you could make in like 2005. Like literally, this grip has been available from aftermarket companies and from Glock itself since the Generation 2, the Generation 3. The gas pedals have been available from Agency Arms since I graduated high school, basically. You could get flat face triggers from any number of companies, including Apex, Vickers, Travis Haley makes them, a whole bunch of people make them. And for the most part, they are almost all better than this, because although you do get a flat face trigger, you do still get the same old Glock, basically double action trigger pull of around 6 to 8 pounds, depending on which gun that you get. The undercut feels a little better, however, not for me with my big knuckle, to be honest with you. Normally when I used to do this with the Dremel, I wouldn't cut so far up into the trigger guard. I would smooth it out over the long haul, because this part right here has a tendency to really stick in my hand. And I didn't notice that as much today because I'm wearing gloves because it's only 35 degrees outside. I will notice that when I shoot it without gloves. I mean, I know I've owned at least 24 Glocks in my lifetime, and I have literally 50 to 100,000 rounds through them. So I'm very familiar with the Glocks. I like the ambi controls. That feels good. The optics mounting system we did not test today, but it feels pretty durable so far. We're gonna do a full test. We'll run it over with the car. We'll do all kinds of fun entertainment stuff, but for the most part, we're gonna do maybe 10, 20, 30 drop tests and see if they still hold 0. On the back here, we have same old white sights. That sucks for me. I hate that. However, most people these days are gonna go with an optic. So in all fairness, 50 to 75% of you probably will never even use the sights at all. But for the 25% of you that do, I guess they still make aftermarket sights and they are still the same dovetail. Overall, I think the gun is a pretty decent gun. I think it's a slight upgrade over what you could have gotten with the Generation 5. Skipping over the Gen V entirely, which was a complete dumpster fire, I feel like it is an upgrade, I'll be honest with you. Is it the next coming of Gun Jesus? I really don't think so. Personally, I feel for me, I think a little too late, just because I also may or may not have something else to compare this to, and it is Made in America, baby. Now, I prematurely did a video recently called 7 handguns that I think are better than the Gen 6. After having the Gen 6 in my hands, I think that video holds completely true. I really do like where they're going with this, and I think maybe in the future they could do something that I would really like. I think they got to get a single port comped version out. I would prefer one like, honestly, Smith & Wesson, Canik, Walther. They all release premium versions of their guns with better triggers, better accessories, aluminum grips, stuff like that. Maybe they could do something like that in the future, although they probably won't. Overall, it's an okay gun. I just don't think it blew my hair back, and that's exactly how I thought I would feel before I shot it. If you want to see any comparisons with this, we actually have pretty much every other major pistol on the market, so we'll be doing some versus videos. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support Oklahoma Shelters, and remember to recycle. Check you later. I'm like, shit, I have to pull a trigger. And the Glock will sail me a little low and left. Those two I missed. I missed low and left, and I had the wind blow me off.
If you're wondering why I'm so happy today, I'm waiting for the wind to blow me.
I know it sounded weird when I said it. Shit, I was like, motherfucker's gonna have a joke about this.